Get ready for some cool talk. Presented by Brown's Heating, Air, and Plumbing. With your host, Brandon Brown.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Cool Talk. I'm your host, Brandon Brown, here in Bedford, Virginia, the Watts Creative Studios. Thank you for joining us live on all. It's so many places we have live now. I can't even list them all. I need one of the screens.
Yes.
What is it called?
You need a teleprompter.
I need a teleprompter
Yeah.
so we can start thanking all our sponsors, all our live locations. Make sure you're following us on. It ain't. I used to just say follow us on Apple Podcasts and Android. Now I'm everywhere.
Grove Street. I tell you what.
Just go. This is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Just download the app.
That's it, man.
Grove Street FM.
That's
app.
it. That's the hub of all. And it will become more and more of a central location for everything.
Yes.
We're really building that up.
So much on there.
Yeah.
So if you're in Central Virginia or even outside of it, it's good information if you're traveling.
Yeah.
Download the app. All the podcasts are there.
Mm-hmm.
You can subscribe right there.
Mm-hmm.
Links take you right to it. So, and if you got Roku TV, download our channel. And if you're in the office or at home and want to watch, there's a lot of content.
You can watch it right now.
Watch it right now. We're live on.
We even have music channels in the app.
That's my favorite.
I mean, like 24/7.
favorite.
No, I mean, and you can listen to I don't know how many genre. We have like 20 channels in there now.
Yeah,
just music. They just play music.
That's the best.
Come on now. Come on.
And he put the Christmas year round in there for me.
I got that for Brandon.
Yep.
That
and then is it got some live Disney songs on that one too? Like
I'll
used
check.
to be on the
I know,
Woody's radio.
I know it's traditional Christmas.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
I don't think I have any like.
So will a Disney Channel be in the works soon?
It is in the works.
Okay.
And I'll tell you something cool. Well, I don't know if I want to get. Yeah. This is all right. We'll break news.
We're gonna break news.
So and you might even take part in this. So down the road, we're going to partner with businesses as a good promotional thing, just something different where it's, just different from commercials all the time that people run, where an organization or business will have for a limited time, a streaming channel in the app. So like you as Brown's Heating and Air will come up with a playlist of songs or whatever. And then that'll be your station. You'll have promos on it. You'll have music. The kind of music that kind of gets you, get you going, all that stuff. So like it'll be, the Browns Heating and Air summer mix for the month of June. And we'll have that special stream in the app where you can listen to it and you'll hear little sound bites of Browns Heating and Air, stuff like that.
That's awesome.
We have one business where we're going to make a guinea pig out of it soon. One that I saw on Facebook and was like, man, I like their logo. Let me reach out.
Yeah.
And it was as simple as that. I was like, hey, you want to try this? It'd be kind of a cool vibe. Let's try it. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Adding things weekly, man. That's great.
Man.
That thing is
stay
growing.
fresh.
Get the app.
Cutting edge.
You got the weather. You've got you got the scanner. So if anything's going on,
I'm gonna tell you what.
The fire department, police.
You know the reason I did that, and half the time I hate to
cop talk.
I hate to admit this. No, because like I wanted to listen to the scanner, right? But I didn't want to pay. And then I went on the website on the one feed I found, right? And every time I clicked play, an ad would play. And it just kind of got annoying to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, how can I do it?
Right.
How can I provide this? Because it would be cool to have it in the app. So I researched it, found it. Now we have a server. Actually, here, the scanner is on site.
Yeah.
Here. And feed. And it's like, it was like one of the things I love about doing Grove Street FM and y'all's podcast and everything is that I look at other organizations and outlets and like the things that I don't particularly like or care for, I can correct. So like, so, hey, I want a scanner feed. Well, let's do it.
Yeah,
I want a podcast. I want to put all the podcasts in one spot. Well, let's do it. So that's
awesome.
That's a benefit.
Yeah, because I've got the scanner app on my phone. Yeah, you have ads, but when things are going on, like a couple weeks ago, it was a big fire in Bedford.
Yeah, exactly.
Roads were closed, and the app, of course, was great to say, hey, stay away from these roads.
Yep.
Then you could hit the scanner. You can listen to what's going on, make sure that you're not in the way, and all the emergency crews did an awesome job at right here in the town of Bedford, an old building. They did an awesome job coming together, getting that out, and saving other buildings beside it. So definitely thank you to all of you if you're listening anywhere that volunteer, fire, rescue, even paid for police. Thank you for what you do, because that was a good save. A lot of time, and it was a big fire here in Bedford. So
yeah, It could have
coulda-
taken out the whole strip.
Yes, because those buildings are just connected.
Yes.
And they're so old. But they did a phenomenal job. So kudos to Bedford Fire Department and the surrounding departments that come in to help. We had coming from Forest, I think Brookville, and maybe the lake. I don't know who all came, but it was a lot of people on deck to help that. So thank you. I'm glad everybody was safe. Pray for the business that lost everything in that. It was
Sister to sister.
It's
Yeah,
a catering,
catering.
right? So
They had really good meatloaf. Yeah.
Oh, I hate meatloaf though. I'm not a meatloaf fan. I don't know why. I mean,
gotta
people
look
make good meatloaf.
Yeah.
But I'm just not a fan of meatloaf.
Meatloaf is one of those things. If
Yeah.
it doesn't look right,
Yeah, but it tastes good.
I know. It's
I
like,
don't know. I just can't do it. I don't know. I can eat about anything, but I just can't do meatloaf. I don't know why. I've just never had the drive for meatloaf. But pray for their business. Hopefully they were insured, I'm sure, but you're still having to restart over, lose everything, and takes a toll on you. So pray for them, and if they open back up, we'll find out where and when, so we can support them and use them for your local catering needs. So, well, the groundhog saw his shadow, and it's 6 weeks of winter somewhere, but not here, because it's like 65 degrees here in February, which is really odd. But it's what's new. We're used to things happening now.
What's not off
nothing
now,
surprises us anymore.
I mean, literally, think about this. If an alien walked out and did a press conference and was introduced by Bigfoot, would you be surprised?
Nope.
I wouldn't. Really, it'd be like, oh,
I would pop some popcorn.
wow, this is cool. Okay.
Like, oh, all right,
okay.
I'm subscribing. So
Only available in Grove Street FM Plus.
what are you gonna? Yeah, that's right. Only if you have the app.
Only if you have the app, you can watch it.
You
That's
can
it.
see this press conference.
That's all.
But yeah, nothing surprising. But this weather is definitely getting me thinking that we need to start preparing for spring maintenance on your heating and air. It's not too early to plan that. We love planning that now. If you're in the area and you're looking for your system cleaned and checked and ready for air conditioning season, now's the time to get on the books between February, March, April. Get it cleaned and keep your energy bills down. Change your filters, clean your coils, things like that. So definitely give us a call for that. We're definitely on the verge of spring. It feels like. I think we might get another burst of winter.
Yeah.
I'd love to see one good snow, knock down all the germs and stuff. There's just so much sickness going around.
I forgot to tell you.
Oh,
this is directly related to you, by the way.
uh-oh.
So, over the last month, right? Over Christmas and January, we had that extreme cold snap.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So that was the first. So December, January was really the first time I've left these 3 mini splits that you put in, right?
Yeah.
Running all the time. All right. Before I would
You set it on a temperature and you left it.
Yeah, before I would cut them on the day of I'm here, but then we started working here more, and so just to regulate the temperatures, like I'm gonna leave them on all the time because if y'all remember correctly, I would cut them off because back in the day the cost was way too expensive.
Yeah, and
with the old HVAC.
we would have to come in here and with blankets and
and everybody was sniffing and cold on the pot and it had propane going.
It was icicles out our nose.
It was against OSHA regulations. I had a propane heater in here, but so just long story short, so over Christmas and early January, I hadn't got the power bill yet, right? For here, okay, and these units ran during the cold snap, right? All the time.
Yes.
So this was a whole month of electricity.
Yep.
Right. So they ran all the time in a brick building and a brick warehouse.
Not much insulation.
And almost no insulation. And it was still less than half of what it used to be for the regular HVAC. It was I was amazed that I didn't get a 4-figure bill.
Wow.
So I think it was under $300.
That's great.
For the whole month. And all 3 of them ran pretty much nonstop.
Yeah. And people with houses were getting $700-800 bills.
Yeah. Oh, I kept seeing the bills online. I'm like, oh God. Oh, when my studio hits, that's it. We're going to shut down all the shows. That's it.
Price is going up.
I'm going to go bankrupt. I've got to pay off the electricity bill. I got it. I was pleasantly surprised. I really was, because like I was thinking this cold snap. I was like, man, those things have not cut off all month.
And speaking of that, I need to go on and get them lined up to come clean yours.
Man, that's another plus that y'all do.
So
And I had someone. And I'm gonna stop feeding your ego. But so that's +1 for Browns.
positive
right?
one.
+2. All right. I won't name names. They might even be listening right now. I'm not gonna name the name. However, so a while back, someone was looking for a new unit, right? A new HVAC unit.
Uh-huh.
All right. I said, you need to call Browns. Call Brandon. They even if he didn't do a show or anything like that, I would still call them because they maintain it. They follow all this stuff. Well, this person decided to go with a friend because, oh man, it's so much cheaper. They are regretting that decision now.
Uh-oh.
Man, the words that I heard, I really wish we would have gone with Browns, because we're having problems with this system they put in, and he doesn't really respond, and like we want them to come look at it, but then like they won't let us know, then they kind of just show up. And I was like, yeah, see, you don't have to worry about that with Browns.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get a message. You're gonna know when we're on the way. You're gonna click a link. They're on the way, and you'll have you know who's coming. So and so's coming. Their name matches their face and everything when they get there. And that's thank you for the compliments. And I'm sorry. I mean, and I understand people do that. It never hurts our feelings. I hope everybody gets what they want and it goes well. When it doesn't, we'll still help you out. But that's one thing it happens a lot, and people want to save money because this is a tough time, and I understand that. And there's also times that spend a little more, and doing that is definitely well. Just make sure whoever you get to work on your house, especially with the new regulations going on, make sure they know what the regulations are. The law has changed January 1st. If you call a heat and air guy and they ask about what you're putting in now, does it match SEER2 ratings? And they say, what is SEER2? Tell them then they should not be in business, because January, you've got to keep up with this stuff. You got to know the laws. You got to know the regulations. You got to be licensed and insured. You can ask for it. We've got it. We got a Class A license. We got a MasterCard. We got all of our insurance. And nobody that works in your home in any trades, contractors, deck builders, whatever, should have any issues providing that information. It just protects you. I mean, especially if you're paying a lot of money. And we're not perfect. We do jobs too all the time. What makes us different and stand out is we may put something in and have a mistake. We're going to be there that day, or, as soon as you're available, fixing our mistake. And it's we don't give the excuses and blame other people. It's, if we did something wrong, we're going to fix it. There's no need running from it. We don't ignore customers. We take the good reviews and it's just as serious as any kind of complaints, which we are fortunate enough not to have many. So knock on wood, but things happen. I mean, it's life. Everything's man-made. People, get hot and tired and rush, and things happen. But that's the difference in companies now, that how you respond to complaints and things that happen, makes you, helps your company grow, because nobody's going to come do a perfect job every single time. So we do take pride in, even if there is an issue, fixing it and making sure the customer's satisfied. So if your friend still needs help, tell them to call us.
They will, because they're having issues. So I think sometimes it's the good reviews you get from existing customers are fantastic, but other times the reviews that come from them not going with you and wishing they had are just as important, because that is one example. It's like it is every reason why you're recommended. Literally, they are experiencing it now. They're experiencing it's like they don't maintain it. We have to text the guy, and he barely shows up. We don't know when he shows up. He just comes down the driveway a couple days later. It's not working right.
And the bad thing is, sometimes when you use friends, that's the thing. Like, well, we're friends, I can put them on the back burner.
Yep.
It happens. It's easier to put a friend on the back and family on the back burner than a customer, somebody you don't know, because no matter what, they'll still be your friend, and you hate to lose a friendship over something like that. But if you're going to be in business, you still got to do your job and do it, and make sure they're right. So, That's always a play. Yeah, definitely. When people call, we have people we've had them call that use different companies before and end up didn't get us the price of before, but have seen our reviews and call us to come back out and help them get it where it needs to be, and we're fine with that. Um, we'll never bash anybody, any other companies, people making a living, as long as everybody's doing it right, they're licensed, insured, like I said, and treating people right. We're going to make sure when we do a job, we leave the customer satisfied. So, and I know this time of year has been, it's abnormally slow. I'm in a group, of course, I'm coaching, and I'm in a lot of heat and air groups and trades across the country, and I've noticed the common theme, it's slower than normal, not just the weather. I think with the price increases and inflation, people are spending less and less on their homes. And the one thing that is important, and Woody's going to help us out here a little bit more, if you own a business, I know for some reason, and I talk to people all the time, the first thing that people cut out when business is slow, they want to cut their marketing budget, and that should be the last thing you cut. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, Woody, but keeping your name out there, keeping the right and getting the right person, to do your marketing. Like, how important is it to market even when you're slow? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you notice any differences? I know you're in the marketing. You're the marketing person, so do you notice that that's a time to market more? Or
absolutely. Over COVID, we saw. So I was still doing production primarily in, like, for example, the car industry, right? Car dealers. Several of them cut back. One didn't. Right.
Yeah.
The one didn't. Still open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and what happened was he kept it consistent, and then after the fact, it took the person who stopped even more money to get going again,
to get back in
it.
Yeah.
To the where if they had just kept their messaging going during it, then they would. And we noticed this with social media, like Grove Street FM, your social media, other people's social media. The minute you die off for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
It feels like to get going again, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
You can't just post anymore. Back in the day, you'd be like, hey, I'm back. Oh my gosh, welcome back. Doesn't work like that anymore.
Right.
The algorithm has forgotten you.
Yeah.
So you've really got to stay consistent. And because the way it works now is like, you may not see today's post until 2 days from now. So think about the effect, like, okay, well, we're off. Like, we're not doing anything. If you don't have a company to manage it, you're on vacation for 2 weeks, and it's like, okay, well, and then you come back, you're already about 4 weeks behind now because you haven't done anything for 2 weeks. It's going to take even longer to kind of get back in the game. Never mind creating the content,
Yeah.
So it's a tricky game now, like, because there's so many platforms, there's so many avenues, there's horizontal video, vertical video, digital media, blah, 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 blah. But I think right now, if you have any budget to allocate to it, you should. I think you just need some consistent messaging with people.
And you ain't got to spend a lot.
No, not at all.
Just to keep your name out there. Find somebody local that knows your area, knows your business, knows how to go into like Facebook ads and schedule the whole month.
And we even have ways now where we have 2 avenues. One is we can now place audio ads in Pandora, Spotify, podcast, and run an actual visual banner with it. So when they open their app, like, the ad comes up. So we have the capability. Like, right now, we're running a campaign for one of our clients that is in 7 different zip codes, right? So we have not only, I'm not downing other traditional media, but now we can actually see the areas that we're targeting, the demographics, the zip codes, the devices. Like, okay, so here we're only going to play this ad for people that really will respond to it. So while people may think, oh man, that sounds good, well, really, you're getting things that might help you. Like, I mean, so you're not getting an ad for a car wrap or whatever.
Right.
You're getting an ad for an HVAC repair company. And that is something that, oh yeah, okay, I might need that in the future. So the technology now compared to even a couple of years ago is amazing. And so, like, I was going in last night for this client, looking at the rate, looking at how many times it's been clicked, will we meet the campaign goals? And if not, we need to fine tune the demographics. And we did that, and it's going great. And then we even have a visual platform that we use now too, that we can actually go on Hulu, YouTube, streaming platforms,
Yeah.
cable, where we upload your commercial, and the same thing. We pick the zip code so that you're not wasting money.
Right.
That's the main
Right.
thing. This
Target where you want to work.
That's exactly right. The genres that you want to go. So if we place your ad in a podcast, another podcast, right? Say you're not listening in Grove Street FM, you're listening in Apple. Then we pick a podcast that is in your field that someone would likely to download, so that you're getting more value for the money you're spending, instead of just throwing it out there
Right.
and hoping somebody is watching it while they're cooking dinner.
Right.
You know, so the technology and that's important, where to reach out to hopefully a local agency,
Yeah.
and say, hey, hey, I kind of want to do this. What are our options?
Yeah.
Because believe me, they've changed in the last few years.
And everything changes. What people do now, and by June they may not. I mean, people may be getting a ton of money in ads and leads off Facebook. Well, in 6 months it may be Twitter, or it may be TikTok. But if you're not following,
whatever. There's another social media platform coming up now called Mega something.
Yeah.
And we're looking into that, because all right, well, will that gain any traction? And if it does, you got to be ready for it.
You got to be ready, because as soon as it hits, if you're not there, you're behind.
Yep.
And I've seen, and there's people, and I feel so bad because there's people all over the groups I see all over the country. I'm spending $8,000-$10,000 a month for this SEO company, and they're not getting me what I need. And it's their national company. Nothing wrong with them. But I would say, as long as you have the right person, the right content that knows your audience and your target, target the customer you're looking for.
Yep.
You may be just targeting, like he said, a zip code, or maybe a home value. Maybe you're looking for the values of homes, or age of people. Like you may be in a business where you're looking for just the age of couples, or income, stuff like that. But make sure your money that you're putting into each one is you're getting back on your return of investment, because there's so much out there.
Yep.
And everything's gone digital. And I've known, like we used to do newspaper, if something is dying, everybody's going digital. It's not many people are getting the actual newspaper anymore and looking at ads. Yep. You can get it digital. You can get magazines digital. And during COVID, we kept our budget going. That's when you helped us make that one commercial. Was just us saying, we know times are tough.
Got a great response.
We're praying for you, and we're here when you need us. And that's all we did. No, buy now, do this now. Everybody was scared, not knowing what's going on. Just, we know everything's tough. We were praying for you, and we're here when you need us. And it kept us as one of the best years we've ever had during 2020, because you stayed out in front of the customers.
Yep.
And that's what you got to research around that, and find someone local. Make sure you're not spending more money a month than you're not seeing any kind of progress, because you want to be able to move money and advertise where it's the right for you. Everybody's different. Different ads and different businesses need to target different platforms. So that's a good marketing tip, especially when it's slow, because I know a lot of people say, well, we'll just cut marketing budget, but stay in front of customer.
You got to do something.
Let them see you. Even if you might can cut it back, but don't cut it off zero. Make sure you're advertising and you're studying. I know I see people all the time. They'll try to post on Facebook their business page like 20 times a day.
No,
you're not going to get the views. I mean,
in
you
fact,
got to know
it
actually hurts you. Yeah. So, and I even read a thing the other day. If you Google, if you put on your Google hours were 24/7, they actually is bad for you, because you need to put your regular hours and then say emergency service available.
Yes. If
you put 24/7, Google doesn't believe it, because it's a lie. Nobody's working 24/7, and it will knock you down to the bottom in somebody that has 8 to 5 with emergency available, you're going to be seen first. So having someone in your marketing team that knows this stuff, fix it and make sure you're posting the right content at the right time is valuable.
Yep.
Valuable.
Absolutely.
So you're not just wasting money. So there is before we end up today, we got a couple minutes. There's a big event this Saturday. Is that what it is?
Yes, the Welcome Home Parade. The Bedford Boys Tribute Center is putting this on, and they asked us to live stream it, and it's for a great cause, so we're going to live stream it. So,
and where is this going to be held?
It's going to be Main Street.
Down Main Street.
Yeah, they're going to come up.
Is this for veterans or?
This infantry has served in I think the Horn of Africa for so long,
Okay.
and they're actually coming home, and it's like coinciding with the Bedford Boys, and like
Yeah.
there's just like this whole kind of
So there's gonna be a big parade Saturday.
yeah, it's awesome, and they're actually going to go through the Bedford Boys Tribute Center and see the pictures on the wall and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be stationed at the courthouse looking down
Okay.
and having the parade that way, because you never know the weather.
Right.
But if you can't make it out, download the app,
It'll be on
watch it
Grove
in the
Street
app.
FM.
Yep, it'll be in there.
And what time?
I'll probably go live at 10:55.
Okay.
I usually try to go live before so that you can kind of get comfortable and watch it, and it's not. But it's
Yeah.
gonna be great, and the band's gonna be there. They're gonna have a couple speakers, so it's gonna be just a cool Bedford small
pretty neat.
town,
Yeah. So if you're and it maybe I think the weather's gonna be okay Saturday.
Yeah.
So you can come out or watch it if you're at home and can't
Yeah.
get close to see this welcome home parade.
But I do have a question for you though.
Okay.
With what time we have left. So, for example, I've got 2 locations I got to maintain, right?
Right.
I've got 3 mini splits here. I got 2 HVACs at the house. What can I do now to make sure that when it gets hot or in the spring hits, that everything's running smooth? Because now's a pretty good time, right?
Yeah. Now's the time to call, and what I would recommend is for people don't line up just to cleaning. Get the information about our membership. It ends up cheaper for the year. It covers you for a year. It gives you 2 cleanings, 10% off repairs, no emergency fees. If it's a Saturday or holiday, you pay the normal labor rates. Then you get priority service, within 48 hours, 2 days. Like if it's a hot day here, you're guaranteed within 2 days, we're going to be here that day or the next day. So I would go on and get the membership started. So that way, what we do then, once it's started, for as cheap as it is, we'll call you we'll call you and say, hey, you're due. Let's go on and schedule you for March, and let's go on and schedule you for October. Get your dates down. Just like going to the dentist. They schedule you every time you go for 6 months. We'll schedule it. It'll be on our end. If you just call every now and then, do a one time, you'll forget about it. We forget about it because it's in the back of your mind and you've forgotten. Everybody's busy. So I would call first and call us at 434-610-4373 and book and ask whoever answers the phone, should be Nikki or Brittany, about the membership. Get information, get the prices, let them know how many units you have at locations, and it's well worth the investment. So we'll keep these maintained, and then you also get discounts if they break down, and we keep them running in tip-top shape and keep your electric bill down. So that would be what I would do if you don't have a membership. Now, if you don't, you think you just want the one-time cleaning, that's fine. Line that up, but you're not guaranteed any of the extra benefits that we give members. So that's what I would recommend.
Because you don't want summer to sneak up on you.
No,
and it's 100 degrees
year.
outside.
It does.
I'm telling y'all,
every year. I've been in business 18 years, and 18 years I've told people get it maintained, and a lot of people do. I mean, hundreds of people do, but we run hundreds of service calls through the summer and repair things that we could have found during the cleaning and fixed then cheaper than breaking down and you living in a 100-degree house for a day or two waiting on part, and it may be a part we got to order. So now while it's 65 degrees, now's the time if we got to order a part to wait, not when it's 95 outside. So and it happens every year, and people tell us, and that's what they'll buy a membership then. They're like, man, I wish I'd have done this in April or March, because we would have fixed it then and made it through the summer or your 4th of July cookout or birthday party, and you have no air. So
that's it.
It happens every year somewhere. So get them clean, get the memberships and the maintenance, and then that'll be it for today. We will see y'all next week on Grove Street FM and Cool Talk Podcast. Thank you.